What's up, Blizzard Nation? Welcome back to Strictly Blizzness, episode 89. And welcome back, Ryan. I just thought I'd welcome back myself for this episode.
Well, I was going to welcome you back, but okay, you can welcome yourself. There you are. You look more normal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a really good episode. So you guys did great. So
yeah. And the neat thing about it, and it was not planned by any means, is it aired, right in that International Women's Day.
Yeah.
And there we were. It was fabulous.
It was really cool. The pads were a great touch.
Yeah.
Like, it looked cool. Creative Edge VR. You did incredible.
Yeah.
And thank you to all sponsors who make Strictly Blizzness happen in Werner Electric, Creative Edge, and Edge VR.
Yeah. Excellent.
Nailed it.
Selena
Selena actually covered the sponsors. Did you
She
get the prompter?
did. I did not.
Oh, look at that.
I did not.
Thought I'd catch her.
And I just looked at her like, okay, yeah, that was pretty good.
Because the number of times, and she'll watch this because she watches them all, the number of times she puts out a post and I'm like, could you please tag the sponsors?
No,
I can appreciate that she got it.
She got it right away. She said she was channeling you and like, what would Ryan do?
And that's bad for anybody to do.
Well, it worked. It worked. All right. So we are here. It's game week.
Yeah.
This is game week. Camp is over. Corey's, I think, pretty close to a roster. But it's game week. So here it is. We're here.
Yeah.
Welcome.
This felt like game month.
It really has. Lots going on. Just everybody getting ready, stuff falling into place. Oh, did you do that? No, nobody did that. Oh, crap. We have to do that now.
Yeah, right.
That kind of stuff.
Yep.
So
I often wonder if someone looked at my Amazon cart on any given time as we lead up to a home game. We're like, what the heck is wrong with this guy? Like, when you order all this stuff for an in-game promo, I ordered swimming noodles, and that won't let you know any promo. You have to come to a game to see it. But the cart had swimming noodles, rope light, and some other stuff in it.
Hey, some fancy party.
It was pretty awesome.
It's going to be a fancy party. Now I want to know what you're doing. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. And I ship all that to my home so I don't have to mess with the rest center. And Kirsten's like, dude, what did you do? Like, what is all this stuff on the porch? So,
we don't need any more of these noodles.
Yeah. I'm like, I'll get that out of the house in T-minus 10 days. So, yep.
Excellent. So it's going to be an exciting game. For those of you that don't have tickets, get them. It is a Sunday game. Sunday.
3:05.
March 19th. So, that's this coming weekend.
Yes.
Sunday game. We like Sunday games because it still feels like you have a little bit of a night ahead of you when you walk out. Lots going on with that game. It's the snow game.
Yeah.
It's the whiteout game, as I call it.
Yeah.
There's going to be snow everywhere.
Yep.
Snow-related items. Snow-related people.
That's a good point, though, because I keep feeling like we should do a PSA for what to expect. We could run that down, and you hit most of it there. So
yeah. So you get there early, and why do you want to get there early?
Snow globe or whiteout BAM stick. So they're the noise making. They're white, so it max white up night, but the end lights up green. It's really cool. So when the lights are out, it would look weird if they were just all white. So it has an accent color. You pick one. You don't get both.
Yeah.
And I thought because our season ticket holders are guaranteed the giveaway this year, it'd be 100% snow globe. But Napa and I were going through that list, and it's not. And I understand, adult probably takes one snow globe, wants their kid to have fun at the game. So it's actually a pretty good mix of people wanting the whiteout BAM sticks or a snow globe. But
we never showed a snow globe on the show.
In hindsight, as we're sitting here, I knew
Probably
there
would
was
have been a good one to put on the table today.
Else.
Yeah.
I was supposed to bring. This is why Selena hosts the show now. Because I'm pretty sure she told me to bring a snow globe. So
let's
hit
there,
him with it.
She's there taking notes
right, all the things Ryan did wrong in an episode. Check out this great looking snow globe.
So we didn't have it in the studio, but we managed to insert said video.
Creative Edge has great ideas.
All good.
So that's when you get there early.
Yes.
Also really cool. I think we unpacked it on here, but Schreiber Foods is on board this year with Feeding America for the Doing Good Through Food touchdown. So every Blizzard scored touchdown, it's $100 to Feeding America. Thanks to our friends at Schreiber. There's also a food drive the first game, though. So bring a non-perishable item. There'll be tables in the lobby, and you get a buy one, get one voucher to a future Blizzard game if you support Feeding America. Yep.
Nice. Okay. Well, I'm going to bring in some stuff.
Yeah. Wear white. That's a big one.
Wear white.
Wear white. Buy the white dry fit tee that we've shown on this show. Wear a white youth jersey from a different season. There are also some food and beverage specials. So one of which you shared this week, which I was talking to Kirsten too. I'm like, why didn't you and Kathy both share the alcohol related stuff this week?
So, the reason why I did is my brother-in-law, so Larry's brother, is a big Jameson guy. So when I saw Jameson, and he's not on Facebook, but his wife Michelle is, and that's who
saw her comment.
That's who owns Northwinds. But it does look like a good drink. I mean, I'm not a big drinker, and Jameson's not my thing, but I might try one of those. It actually looks good.
Yeah, it was really cool too. So some changes at the Resch Center without derailing this little what to expect segment, but Badger Liquor and Pepsi are both part of the Resch Center beverage family now. So
no more RC?
No. So,
but I love Pepsi.
Yeah, you do. And both of them are actually involved in both food and beverage specials, so I didn't derail. So it's a Jameson mixed drink. We called it the Blizzard Bomber because it fits both our historic name and us.
Good job.
It is green, even though on Whiteout Night we were kicking off 20 seasons. And Jameson has kicked in 300 white beanies with green Jameson logos on them. So when you go order that while supplies last at the home opener, you are given a whiteout beanie from Jameson.
Oh,
so,
that's fabulous.
It was really cool. So
very cool. Well, I'm going to hit that booth on the way through.
Nice. And the other one is white cheddar popcorn. And in the time that we launched the food and beverage specials, Mountain Dew actually discontinued the white Mountain Dew. So it's white cheddar popcorn and white glacier cherry Gatorade. So it's actually a healthier too.
Yeah.
So, yep.
All right. Awesome. Well, that's good.
It's loaded. It's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really excited. And what are we looking at ticket-wise already?
We are cruising pretty good. There's probably between groups and halftime and all that jazz, we're approaching the 400 mark before 400.
Oh, good game. 400 fans. Billy's going to be really excited about that.
I won't make the 90 episode mark. Selena, congrats on being Kathy's wingwoman. It's been real, Blizzard Nation.
Oh, that'd be 4,000.
I can just see as she subject lines these because she does on Facebook. Ryan gets fired. 4,000 so far, and that's without the walk up and people redeeming vouchers. Because as we lead up to the season, a lot of the community events we do, whether it was GB, we donated to Christmas with the Grinch that PMI did. There's a lot. Cousins did for the last 3 weeks. There's been buy a shake. So playing on the cold theme, you get a voucher for the home opener. There's a lot of vouchers out in the community that are probably. They're going to get redeemed because they're only for the home game. So it's going to be pretty awesome. Yep.
Cool. Home game or first game?
First home game.
Oh, my goodness.
This game. Can we call Selena? Can we phone in her doing this? Because I'm a mess.
You just got a lot going on, apparently. Must be a lot happening these days.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it is. So what else you got? We got not the rest because there's more coming, but we do have some merch.
We do.
Yep.
So right in front of us, and I really like this one because we want to hold that up a little bit.
Let's do that, yeah.
This one has yard markers on it, which is pretty cool. We've never done that before.
Look at that. Someone actually got the right yard markers, too. There's no 50-yard line in indoor football.
No, there is not. So that's pretty cool. That's a new shirt for this season. And again, we've said it, but we'll say it again. The merch stand has changed. So if you're used to going to a merch stand, it's now a cantina.
Yeah, it really is.
But if you just head either further down the concourse or before you would get to, depending on which side you're coming from, you'll see we're right at the top of the stairs from the rotunda.
There's no way you won't see a merch stand sign. I gave Joel from Wonder Sign some business to make sure fans could find the merch stand. It has, to Kathy's point, it has moved probably 10 feet over and across the hall. So
Ryan can't add. It's more than 10 feet.
Okay.
It's probably 40.
This is a really bad episode for me. It's in the same area.
It is in the same general vicinity.
But you'll hear outside of 201 instead of 202. So,
right.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
More stuff.
More stuff behind us.
Yep.
What do we got?
Make sure I'm looking at the crew neck, new green crew neck because the one last year was black. And then this is a really nice long sleeve t-shirt here. And that's the back that the emblem on it has just Blizzard football on the front. So.
Yeah. So that's, it's gray because you may not be able to really see the color, but it's gray, but the logo itself is pretty cool embedded in there. It's really a neat design.
Yeah.
So
some really good merch.
Turned out nice. And that's just a cotton
Yep.
Cotton long sleeve crew neck, and then a crew neck sweatshirt.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's more that you'll see this Sunday at the game.
Yeah. So speaking of merch, we have some stuff to introduce. Now, they're not done yet. I'm hoping they'll be done for the first game.
Yeah.
A friend of mine actually does mugs, and we've shown the mugs on the show before. Not these.
Correct.
But they have epoxy on them. And they have our Strictly Blizzness logo on them. So we're kind of showing you them being made, I guess you would say, in these videos or these posts that we have attached. But those should be available, hopefully, if not game day, soon after. And then we'll bring them here on the show as well. So thanks, Nicole, for designing and creating those for us. Yeah,
they look great. That was cool. First time I saw them.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Well, what else do you want to talk about?
I mean, it's a game week, so that's the important stuff. Right. How was, even though fans got to see you up there, what is Kathy had to recap in a 2-minute segment, Houghton, what would you give us?
So I would say we got an A+ from a camaraderie standpoint, from a gelling as a team. And I really like the idea of how we did camp for one reason, and it's the biggest reason. I talked to some of the guys as well as coaches about this. They had nowhere else they could go.
Yep.
So they had to bond. They couldn't wait. They had to spend time with each other. So I think even if we wouldn't go to Houghton in the future, I think we do kind of like the YMCA lockdowns that you used to go to as a kid.
Yeah.
Lock in.
Yeah.
That's what I envision it should be moving forward, especially for that first full week of camp.
Yep.
Because it makes such a difference. Northwinds was fabulous. The guys really liked the cabins, the atmosphere. It was not cold up there, just so you know.
Awesome.
It was not. It was, in the 40s. They were still bundled up, a lot of them, which was cute, but the campus, fabulous. The interaction with Michigan Tech, awesome. The guys got to go to a game, as Selena and I alluded to, a hockey game. We had one of the players actually play in the pep band.
I heard that, yeah.
So it was good to have the guys feel that, again, camaraderie, that oneness as a team, and just being a team, which I thought was pretty great. I was not there for very long, so I can't say that, it was developing nicely and, this, that, and the next thing. That's not my job. But I can tell you that the little bit that I saw them throwing around on the field, we got some nice quarterbacks. We got some good receivers.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm excited to see if this type of camaraderie on the front end leads to being a true team on the field.
Yep.
Because you have to play as a team in our game. If you can't anticipate what the guy next to you is going to do, or if he can overlap what you're doing, or you guys can cover for one another, you're not going to have a good game. This game is not played by one player and one player only, meaning either a receiver or a quarterback. There's more to it than that. So I'm pretty excited to see what comes of what we did for training camp.
That's awesome. I think let's say, uninformed fan would ask, why not just do it every year in Houghton if it was so incredible? And the reality is we caught the perfect storm this year of our opener matching their spring break. That's not anything we can control.
Right.
When our first game will be, and you were allowed to report 14 days before your first game, it was the perfect fit this year is the answer. So,
it was.
Yeah.
But I would not be surprised, quite honestly, if their AD calls us asking for where could they find a field.
Sure. Yeah.
Because their football team practiced on it, their soccer team practiced on it. So everybody was liking the idea of an indoor field. Now, whether or not it goes in that same spot in their field house, we'll see. But I would not be surprised if that became
turf there
something.
Eventually.
Yeah. Because Michigan Tech is right in the middle of the frozen tundra, literally.
Right.
So they have snow sometimes into May.
Yeah, there's a need for it there.
Right.
Yeah.
So from a practice standpoint for their football players, being on field makes a big difference. And on the type of field that we play on would make a huge difference.
Yeah, and at league meetings over the seasons, you and I have seen different systems or rack systems that can roll and make that easier than what we did, right? This was a MacGyver type bomb out of bubblegum scenario. But there are absolutely racking systems that you can get that in and out for any different type of events easier too. So that'd be really cool.
The other thing is there was a lot of coordination into getting, there was a semi that we had to rent. to go up there, to drop it off, to now pick it up, bring it back.
Yep.
All of those things, the coordination of rolling it down, laying it down, rolling it back up. There was a lot of work that went into it, and we wanted to try it.
Yep.
For a couple of reasons. We wanted to try it to see if we could get the guys away at Northwinds, but then also that relationship with Michigan Tech because it was in close proximity. So job well done. Again, Larry gets all the kudos because that was his and Corey's brainchild to have it up there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything league-wise on the cusp of firing up Friday night for the league?
Yeah, so, there's some cool stuff that we will be developing throughout the season, but I alluded to this in the past on this show. You will be able to place bets. Now, we can't because we're employed by the Blizzard, but the angle of sports betting is going to come into play. Lines are going to be established, and you'll be able to bet on the games, which I think is really, really
crazy.
Cool. So I can't tell you. I have no idea what platform it is.
Yeah, I don't
That's
either.
all coming. That'll all get announced right before game day.
Yep.
But pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I got info on how it needs to work, but none of it's in play yet.
Yeah,
so, yep.
Right. So we got all the score bugs out there, and I can't reveal any information because I'd get my hand slapped. So
shout out to Kevin Guy.
Don't let it be Todd
Who
Tryon.
watches every episode.
Yeah, so I think bringing the betting angle in can be good or bad depending on if you're a gambler or not. But what it does get us is it gets us the exposure that fans that we may not have ever tapped into might start watching our games now, and that's really what we're looking for. Yeah. I can tell you that we will have stuff that other teams won't have, meaning other leagues won't have.
Okay.
So I'm pretty excited about that. But again, that's not necessarily the first game. That's 3-4 games in.
Cool.
That we'll be able to do stuff. The world of betting has changed quite a bit. We all see fantasy football when the NFL is playing, things like that. But betting in real time is a thing now.
Yeah.
Betting on every play is a thing now.
Yeah.
And, if we could bring that in, that'd be a pretty neat thing to have.
It's a prop bet whether Kathy would be in costume or not.
Could be. You never know.
It really could.
It could be. I think that's as time develops, is she going to be in costume and what might it be?
Right.
Here's the theme.
Yeah.
What would she be? Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Cool. We also have a special guest that's coming to our first game.
Yes.
And that's league related.
True. Mm-hmm. If we make it announced here, does that put him
then
on
he's
the hook?
in. Then he's in. Well, he told me he booked his flight, so he better be here this time.
You want to take it?
No, I'll let you take it because he talked to you about it.
Okay, now we're gonna do that on the show now. Commish,
our commish,
Todd Tryon is gonna be at the Blizz game.
Yeah, so we're gonna
kick
have
off the season.
Yeah, we'll have him out on the field to start the game.
Yep.
I believe he's doing the coin toss.
Yeah. Yes. So he basically said, "I will do whatever you need me to do." So be careful what you ask for. You might be putting turf decals down before that part of it. So
the ones that
which I know he's done in his time at Sioux Falls.
Yes,
so,
he has.
Yep.
Yes, he has. So he'll say a little hello, I would think. Yeah. Introduce who he is to all the fans so that they know who he is.
Yep.
Most people that watch our games, though, understand who Todd is because they remember seeing him as an owner in Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
So
really cool.
Yeah.
So a lot of respect in the 9 I've done this and the 10 you've owned them. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Do we have anything to share from a comments section?
I didn't think so, actually.
Other than the weird one that I got today.
Yeah. And there was, I think a family member said nice shoulder pads. I think that was the only comment. I think it was Sharon Olson, maybe. Yeah. I was trying to remember. That was the only comment.
Well, that's the shoulder pads from the 80s,
yes.
Selena was thinking I was joking, and we had some pretty big shoulder pads back then. So, yeah.
No, I get tickets for the opener. There are also the Jermichael Finley Elevate You Green Bay Blizzard experience is now up. Our youth camp will be up very shortly as well. So there'll be 2 camps, kids clubs active. There's no shortage of things even outside of our home game that you'll be able to get involved in this year.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
Really excited. Really
I also got the
stuff.
list from Jermichael of other Packer players in play so far too, which I'm not allowed to announce here yet, but there is. It's not just him, and you should be signing up. Matt Markowski, who has, I believe, ties to the Bones. Can't. He's not a Packer player. He's a season ticket holder, and I think he's a friend of Lane's.
Markowski. Oh, yeah.
Matt. His kid is the first one registered, so shout out if you watch this.
That's Matt, not Mark.
Yeah. Matt, I said Matt.
Oh, I thought you said Mark.
Did I said Matt? I said Matt.
I don't know.
Fact check.
Rewind. I thought you said Mark Markowski.
So shout out for the first camp registrant. And I expect that to go nuts as I politely had explained to them all the stuff we promote leading up to the home opener. And I said, if I boost this thing or start reaching out to high schools, it's going to get buried in everything else we're doing. Let us get past the first game. And then we'll start watching the registration go nuts. So
for me, like Bryce and Haley normally help out at the different camps. And I said to Bryce, I think you should go to this camp. Yeah. And he's like, well, I'm a quarterback. And I'm like, you should go to this camp.
Yeah.
You don't need to work it. You need to go to this camp. So
yes. Yeah. Really cool. So that's been really fun.
Yeah, so if you have a high schooler, I would sign them up. If you got someone that's younger, they can go to our standard camp.
Yep.
And we've already said that we will cover the kids coming into high school, the kids leaving high school.
Correct. Yep.
So if you're graduating 8th grade, you're eligible for the camp. If you'll be just graduating high school in May, June, you're also still eligible for that camp.
That's what I got. It's a lot of stuff.
That was a lot.
It was a lot of stuff.
So we'll be back after
the game.
The game.
Correct? Before you vacation again, yes?
Something like
I always have to ask, are you on a boat?
No, I'll be on a boat with you later in the year.
Cruising. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we could do a show.
From the Creative Edge.
Did you want to go on a cruise?
Sean's like, I'm glad I'm the one that signed up to film this episode.
Perfect. All right. Well, that's what I know.
Cheer loud, wear white, get tickets. It's going to be a heck of a season with a great home opener. So then we go string of 6:05 Friday games, mixed Saturday games, and
Here we go. Here we go again.
Yep. That's what I got.
All right.
Should we hit them with it?
Let's hit them.
Go Blizz. Don't forget to like, follow,
subscribe,
share,
and ring that notification bell to get all of our content in your inbox.